Hello. My name is Lee Kara. This is a journey. We are going on a journey together. Finding your path. Now, how is this different than finding your purpose? Our purpose is that driving force within us, okay? Finding your path is the road to get there, the road you pick to get to that place. Spirituality has many branches, just like religion has many different flavors of Christianity, many different flavors of other types of religion in the world. There are so many paths that we can take. Finding what is right for you can be really difficult because there's a lot of people out there talking a lot of stuff. And some of them are incredibly gifted and you will learn so much from them. Others use their message to manipulate. Some of them have crazy out there theories that maybe are not your cup of tea, but you might be able to take a little message from them. Finding your path is all about knowing you. What do you respond best to? What gets you excited? Perhaps your path is nature. If you love the out of doors, if you feel like you breathe more deeply when you're outside or when you're surrounded by trees, that's the path you should explore. You have to know yourself. Be aware of your own thoughts and self-vigilance so you can recognize when something gives you a spark. There is a Japanese organizer, a very lovely lady. I believe her name is Marie Kondo. She has a show on Netflix that ran. And one of the things that she speaks of is hold the item and see if it sparks joy. This is how we find our path. Not because someone told us, oh, this is the right way to do it. Not because somebody said, oh, this worked for me and you should do it. Yes, try everything that you feel drawn to, but recognize whether that comes from within you or whether that comes from someone else telling you that you should. Especially when we get on this journey, once we have revealed that we are on this path, people who are in it love to talk about it, love to share about it, want to tell you what worked for them and get you to do it too. It's kind of like weight loss or stopping smoking. Once you tell someone that you've done it, everybody has advice. Or when you get pregnant, sorry guys, when you get pregnant and everyone wants to tell you their horror story or their success story about their pregnancy. That's what this awakening is like. And it is up to us to sort through all that stuff and make our choices for ourselves based on what we know about ourselves. You have to be self-aware. You have to be vigilant. You have to explore all the things that spark interest in you. And it might be something completely weird, okay? Completely weird. I'm going to pick something just off the top of my head. How about chopping wood? You might all of a sudden start having dreams about chopping wood. Or watching someone on TV do it, you get this, wow, swinging that axe and the sound whoosh, as it goes through the air and the clunk as it hits the piece of wood. Now, why would that be a space for you for a spiritual path? Maybe it used to be part of your past life. Maybe you chopped wood for 3 hours a day. Maybe it was the place that you thought the clearest because the physical activity was able to clear your mind. It could be a lot of things. Maybe the smell of the wood allowed you to go deeper into your soul. Everyone has a different spiritual path. Everyone has a different way of connecting. Some people will tell you meditation is the only way to connect to the universe. I don't agree with that. I am not really a meditator. I do it sometimes. I sit still. I wouldn't call it meditation. I don't do guided meditations. I don't do any of that. And yet I hear the divine voice so clearly in my head all the time, even when it's not necessarily what I want to hear. Each one of us has a path. Each one of us is on a journey. I have a friend who puts on like death metal music and bangs their head. You know, I have another friend who spins in circles in the yard until she gets crazy dizzy and then lays flat on the ground. I have friends that do the meditation thing. I have friends that do the yoga thing. I have friends that hold crystals in their hand. I have friends that do spells. I have a wide range of people in a spiritual community, and they're all exploring what works for them. And if something doesn't work for you, stop doing it. Stop doing it. It's okay. Everything is not for every person. You don't have to be successful at every single thing that you pick up. One of the things that I find helpful on this path, on the space of finding a path, is to not judge the outcome. To do it and see how it feels within you. It's very much like art. If you are creating art for the outcome and how it looks, then you are wasting that creative energy. But if you are creating art to express that divine within you, it doesn't matter how it looks when you're done. It doesn't matter if you ever finish it. It doesn't matter if you throw it in the garbage afterwards. It is the expression of that that connects you with that divine. Because your path is you walking in tandem with that energy of divine within you. For some of you, the path is sharing. And you might start sharing your journey right away before you even know what you're talking about. That was me. They told me the moment that I got my download, my first download, you're going to write a book, and then we want you to make videos in 2012. There are videos of me on YouTube. Yes, there are. From the very beginning of my journey. And the interesting thing is that you can see on my face the fear, the sadness, the depression, the pain. And the difference between then and now is incredible. Because I continue to walk down that path. The most important thing on your path is that you keep going, is that you keep walking, is that you keep shining, is that you keep connected. You can pause, you can take a break, you can step to the side. They always understand. They always have your back. And you are always welcomed back onto the path with open arms and cheers. Because the path is not always easy. The path can be dark. It can be so dark. Now, I'm a sci-fi geek. And for me, I often speak about that space of darkness, that dark night of the soul. That's the big phrase that went through the community several years ago. As the scene from The Empire Strikes Back with Luke and Yoda. And Luke and Yoda have been training, and there is an old, scary-looking tree stump that's hollowed out. And Luke wants to go in there. And Yoda is not so sure that he's ready, but Luke is determined. And he says, "What is in there? What's in there, Master?" And Yoda tells him, "Only what you take with you." And when he goes in, what he sees is Darth Vader. And he fights him. And he decapitates him. Spoiler. But when the mask opens, he sees only his own face. Because it is his own fear, his own anger, his own issues, his own pain that he brought with him and that he battled with. And rather than make peace with it, he chopped off its head. Our role is to make peace with it, to heal it, to love it, to kiss it. I don't need you anymore. You can move on. Or you can transmute yourself. There's all kinds of words that people like to use for their dark night of the soul journey, for their shadow work. That's another whole chapter that we're going to do. But this path can get dark, and you might fight with Darth Vader on your path, or whomever represents your dark side on this path. But you will find your way as long as you are focused on unconditional love. Because that light is not out there. You are not following a path that's way out there. That light is in you. It is in you, ready to be unleashed.